Hey guys, welcome everyone. Returning viewers, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. This is Lightning Code. I'm really excited today. Today's video is actually a really special video because it's kicking off something new. And I know I've kicked off a lot of new things in this channel because this channel is new, but we're actually going to be kicking off a segment that I really like. It's about APIs and making posts and get requests, working with APIs and integrating them into our programs and all that. And I think it's really cool because APIs are so powerful. They allow you to do so much cool stuff and they make everything a lot way cooler. You love it. And today we're working with a particular API called Pixabay. It's an online image library. You can go to the website. They have different pictures of basically anything. People upload pictures, stock images, regular images, anything you can think of is a really large image library, and we're going to be working with that today. And what's even cooler is we are going to be also working with an unofficial Python wrapper for Pixabay. And big shout out to Momozo. He's the one that made this, and the other three contributors that made this. You guys did incredible work. It's so good. So we're just going to look over the documentation, and get a feel of how we're going to use it, and then see if we can see what we can do with it. All right. So first, we're going to follow the .readme. It says we should pip install Pixabay. I already did this, but just to show you how it is, it's simple. Just copy and paste and put it in your terminal. I'm actually working in the virtual environment. If you don't know how to use a virtual environment, I have a video on that. I will put a link so that you can go and watch that, and you can go back, watch that, and continue with this video. It's really helpful, and it will help you follow along a lot better. So now that we have the Pixabay Python wrapper installed, let's go on and start working. So I almost forgot to mention, you also need to get an API key. It's really simple. Once you sign up for Pixabay, you just join your email name, regular sign up, regular joining of any website. You get an API key. I have my API key, so I won't really walk through that, but I will put a link in the description to the Pixabay website so that you too can sign up and make use of the API for practice and also for other cool stuff. All right, so we want to import our Pixabay wrapper. So yeah, and we want to import the image and video functionalities that come with it. So we have that down. I also need to mention this. So per the usage of this wrapper, we need to assign our API key to an environment variable called Pixabay key. So it's really not too difficult to do this. I'll walk you through it. I've seen it used in a lot of other wrappers that I've used, and it's pretty straightforward. So you want to import OS. And after importing OS, you're just going to write this os.environ, and within these braces, you are going to paste the name of the variable you want to assign your value to. So we want to assign it to this. This is the environment variable, and we want to assign our API key. So I already have my API key. I actually put it in this Python file called settings.py. I usually have one of these in a lot of my projects. It helps me keep everything organized and keep all my API credentials and all that in one place, so that if I ever need to regenerate an API key, I don't need to look for everywhere I've pasted it, and it's just really handy. So I'm going to import it from that Python file. Let's see, import. So it's called my key, and I just get my API key. So I just import it there. All right. So we have that down. We now, as it is, are able to access this API. We have our credentials, which is our API key. We've passed everything properly. Now is actually time to start making requests. So based on the documentation for this wrapper, it's pretty similar to the Pixabay API documentation itself, all you need to do is pass your request with your API key and the parameters. And the beautiful thing about this API is you get to put so many cool parameters. You can query in different languages, particular IDs, different colors. You can activate safe search so that you don't get any inappropriate search results. You can return search results that are paginated. It's really cool. You can also get like editor's choice images. It's really cool. I think the parameters for querying are very well fleshed out and give you a variety so that you can get so many different images and really just like explore what the API and Pixabay has to offer. So done with that little appreciation spiel. Let's make a query. All right, so we're going to make a variable called image, and we are going to call the image function that we imported from the we're going to call the image functionality that we imported from the Pixabay wrapper, and we are going to pass our API key into this. So to make it easier to work with, I usually have another variable API key. API key that I work with because I just like leaving that environment variable alone and just not messing with it. So we're just going to make that API key. So this is our working copy of our API key, and now we've passed that. Now to get actually make our query, we want to make another variable called new image, which will hold the response object that we get, and we are going to call the dot search. Dot search. So this is where we're actually going to make our query, and you use q set to a string to the value of what you want to query. So I want to look for a picture of soccer. Let's see, I like soccer. And so this is going to make our request. So let us print out the response of that request. All right. So let's run this. Okay. So yay, we got a response. So as you can see, we got a response, but this really isn't helpful. This is a mess. This is a lot of information that's just plastered on the screen and we can't read through it. So this is a helpful trick I think would help you even in future projects. Like, it's really helpful to use. So it's called Prezi Printing. It's a lot of developers use it just like for you to be able to see your system output like a lot neater and all that. It's really great. All right, so we're going to import the pprint package. I always mess that up when I say it. So we are going to just set how we want it to be displayed. So from that, we're just going to get pretty printer, and we want to display with an indentation so that we can actually see stuff in like a more decent manner. So I just set the indentation to be 4 so that it's like 4 spaces. So that will make it a lot neater and a lot easier for us to read. So to print that, we just say the name of the variable we made, .pprint. So with that, if I run it, it's a lot, that was a really long scroll, but it's a lot neater now and it's a lot more readable. So we basically have like what we want now. We just need to pick one of these URLs. So you can either just like go through this, like, and just copy the URL you want and paste it in your browser. And oh look, that's a really cool picture of a deflated, that's an old soccer ball. So you can see like we are getting responses. And if you don't want to have to search through and look for the URL response you want, you can actually just use a bit of like dictionary parsing, because our response actually is it's like a very big, it's a JSON response, but it's like a really big dictionary the way it's out, the way it's returned, and we can just parse through it and get the URL we want. So let us see. I want to get from the first element, I'll just call this payload. So from the first element, we want to get the URL so that it's easier for us. We don't have to scroll through and like look through it. Or if it's for the first element, is really easy. Let's say for the 16th element, because we got 500 results. So let's say for the 16th element, we want to just get the URL and display that. So we are going to go through new image. We're going to check the values of hits. We are going to check this, I said the 16th. We're going to check the 16th index. Within that, we want to look at the preview URL. Yeah, that should be a lot easier. Preview URL. And we are just going to print this out at the bottom. So we're going to say print this. Sorry, this is the preview URL. All right. Nice. So we just give it the payload, and if we run this, we get the same response. And here it is. This is our preview URL. So let's see what this looks like. I believe we copied that correctly. Oh wow, it's someone in the stadium, a Brazilian fan holding a Brazilian flag. That's cool. All right, so you can see how we're able to just get the URL straight away from that. And the interesting thing is that this also works for videos. Yes, you heard that right. It also supports videos, so you can actually query and get the results for videos as well. It's supported by the wrapper and by the API itself, which is really great, and it's similar. It's like the same process as the images. We just need to like change the variable names, which isn't really hard. So I'll just take a little bit of time to make sure I change this. All right, so nice. So we have that. So we've changed that. When I used this previously, images didn't have preview URLs. Rather they had other layers within the dictionary that we needed to go through to get the URL. So I will just run this, and then we will be able to like piece that out together. All right, so yeah, this excuse me, this I didn't get rid of that line, so we got an error there, but that's not important. So you can see in the response we get things like the comments, the number of views, things like that. You get likes, favorites, number of favorites, the page URL to the actual Pixabay page where we can look at it, the tags and all that. So what we actually want, the URL we actually want is this. So we're just going to go within the same hits, within the same element of the array of hits that we got of results, and we are going to look at videos and look into the size so that we can get the size and get the URL for the particular size we want. So I'm just going to rewrite that payload function, that payload variable, sorry, and we're going to go into new video. We're going to look in hits. Let's say first element. We're going to look in video. Then we're going to check the size because we want medium, we don't want it too big. and then we are going to get the value in URL. Nice. So let's just cross check. So it's videos, not video. So let's just cross check again to make sure we got all that. All right, so let's run it and see. So we get same response and we get the URL. So this is the URL that we got as a response to that. And let's see. Oh wow. Oh, this is really cool. It's a soccer ball over a soccer field. That's really cool. And you know what's actually interesting? We can download these images and these videos. It's really cool. Though Pixabay has a policy against hot linking, and they actually prevent it so you don't go and like hot link the images to your website. It's not allowed, and also it's not really very nice because every time you get internet traffic, they get internet traffic, so their bills go up, and that's not good program sportsmanship, as I would like to call it. So don't hot link, but we can actually like download, and they do suggest that you host this on their server. So using something as simple as the URL lib, the URL library, it's really helpful. It's good for like downloading and like working with like URLs and basically getting things from the internet. You can be able to download that video. So let's just add the URL lib.request. So this is the package we want to use. And now that we have our payload, let's just download it. So let us I zoned out for a second there, I'm sorry. So request URL retrieve, this is what will give us, this is how we'll be able to download, this is the function that will download the video for us. So all it takes is the URL you want and the name. So let's just call this first vid.mp4. Nice. So it should download that. All right, let's try it. All right, we don't get any errors, which is good. Oh, great. First vid.mp4. And what is it? It's the video. So there you have it. So there you have it. So I really do hope this was helpful. I hope you were able to learn a lot. I really do plan on covering more API videos on this channel and working on more projects with APIs and other frameworks over the span of this channel. And let me know in the description, in the comments, what you'd like to see, other APIs that you guys have used that were really fun, really cool, and you think I should try out. If you like this video, like it. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? And just keep doing amazing, and we'll see you again here at Lightning Code.